the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Aric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
You know, one of the main rules in radio that I've been in for years is that you don't talk about your warts, so to speak. So we just did 2.5 minutes of riffing, and I forgot to hit the go live button. So we've been talking to ourselves. Now we're out on the web. So
yeah. Well, I was looking. If you noticed, I was distracted because I was refreshing my Facebook app over and over again, waiting for it, and wasn't happening. So I was getting ready to.
It never came.
Intervene.
Well, I have all these little things up here showing where we're broadcasting out to, and I was getting warning messages on the Facebook, like, you need to go live before 7:09. I'm like, I am live. Apparently I'm not. So welcome to you all finally. I guess we've been talking to ourselves for a while, but welcome to episode 33 of the Play It By Ear podcast. Todd Griffin, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Brady Liming, welcome to you as well.
Hello, hello.
All right, very quickly, since we have wasted 2.5 minutes of everyone's time, let's go through the housekeeping duties very quickly. On audio, you can find us on anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the iHeartRadio app, and most anywhere you can find your podcasts. On video, some of you are currently watching us on YouTube. We are broadcasting live there right now, but you can search out our channel, Play It By Ear podcast, and follow our channel. You can get notified whenever we go live. On social media, most of you are watching us on Facebook at our Facebook page at Play It By Ear podcast. Twitter, we're also broadcasting live there as well through the Periscope app at Play It By Ear Pod 2. And on Instagram, you can find us at Play It By Ear podcast with underscores between all those words. We're also broadcasting live to Twitch, which I need to add to our social media thing. Twitch.
Bedrock. Twitch.
Interact through email at our address is playitbyearpodcast2020@gmail.com. Also, to leave a voice message, there's a link at your podcast provider. Please click on that. We'll put your voice message into our show. We haven't had one of those in a while. We keep saying that.
Yeah.
And if you would like to, hat in hand, here's my hat in hand message. Want to support what we do financially, go to anchor.fm/Play By Ear podcast /support. And you can help us defray some of our expenses.
Hat in hand is better than what the one guy had in his hand during the Zoom meeting I saw on the news. So
yes, you guys keep your hands in plain sight, please. All right. Welcome again to my co-host. Welcome to all. We're now up to 10 viewers on our various outlets. So welcome to all of you as well. As always, we can see your comments, and we welcome your comments. You add to what we do here. I believe, and we've been talking about this amongst ourselves, I believe the show has been had a new life invigorated into it because of people interacting with us during our podcast here. So please do so, and we'll bring you in on the discussion. So with that, Mr. Griffin, let me not weird festivals around the world. You do have the first topic though, so go for it.
How about we talk about some disgusting jobs tonight? It is my duty tonight to bring a list. We've kind of adopted a new format of late where we do a list, a game, and a general topic. So I am list man tonight, and I thought we could talk about the 10 most disgusting jobs in the world, according to this list. I'm sure there are other ones that did not make the list. So without further ado,
so who created it?
Oh, this is just from a website called careeraddict.com.
All righty.
Can I throw out a disclaimer?
Yeah.
We are not disparaging anybody's job.
Definitely.
This is just a list of disgusting jobs for obvious reasons, which you are going to hear and see. So if you happen to be a purveyor of one of these jobs. This is not an insult. This is actually a tip of the cap and raising our glass to you, because if you could do this, you're a better man than I am.
Yeah, definitely. Good disclaimer. I will say, though, I looked at a couple different lists for the same topic, and a lot of these cross-referenced, so I think these will be pretty safe to say they're on most lists. So number 10, let's get right into it. Pea collector. P-E-E collector, not P-E-A.
PEA collector.
Yes. It says, if you've ever watched Jurassic Park 3, you probably cringed a little bit when you realized just how young Aric came to collect T-Rex pee while stranded on Isla Sorna. I say a little bit because deep down you knew it was just a movie and therefore totally fictional. That said, however, pea collector is a very real, albeit very gross job, and there are many areas you can specialize in. Orangutan pea collectors, for example, lay down large plastic sheets or attach plastic bags to poles in hopes of catching adequate ape urine samples to study the factors that affect their reproduction.
Okay, now wait. You have to set up pea traps in the hopes that they pee in a certain place?
I'm assuming, yes, like little pea funnels.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind, if they're wanting to study their reproductive habits, I don't know about you guys, but if somebody was trying to collect my pee, I think that would affect my reproductive habits.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems weird that the animals that they picked for this particular job. I mean, I don't know if orangutan pea collector is a sought after job in the pea collecting market or the pea collecting profession. Deer urine farmers, on the other hand, are tasked with collecting and selling Bambi's urine to deer hunters, who then use the scent to attract other deer and bam, loin of venison with broccoli and puree red wine sauce. I have heard of deer. I do know the hunters use deer urine.
Right. So
is it
now,
expensive?
I don't. It's under $1.
you did.
Okay, we didn't talk about that before.
That was not planned.
Oh goodness!
Chrissy Wilson in the house,
right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, joke. We're bringing the A game.
So, I have a question for hunters. I am not a hunter. I've hunted. I've hunted, but I am not a hunter. Are there other varmints that people hunt where you use urine to attract them? Like, do you use squirrel pee or rabbit pee or quail pee?
I mean,
that's nice, Josh. That's nice. And he corrected himself, didn't not old deer pee as in the beginning of your letter. It's DEER-P.
Yes.
And my dearest pee.
I don't know that. I don't know if they have other. I don't know if they have other ways. Do other animals, are they attracted to the scent of their of the urine? So I don't know that. Any hunters, could you please fill us in on that?
How different are we as humans? Because, like, if we are in the dating or courting a mate, we hope they don't smell like pee.
Yeah.
So some pee, and I'm thinking like musk pee. I mean, isn't that like a parfum of some sort?
I don't know that musk.
Musk comes from a gland.
Yeah, I don't know that it's pee.
I'm sure there's some musk in pee.
And some pee in musk, for that matter.
It's a lovely musk you're wearing. What is it? Pee.
You're wrong.
Orangutan pee.
You're an A.
All right, number 9.
If you're nasty.
Manure inspector. The job of a...
Well, you go, yep, that's manure.
It's manure. Yep. The job of a manure inspector is pretty straightforward. They are tasked with collecting farm animal poop and testing the samples to make sure they are free from contaminants so that any harmful materials do not spread to infect vegetation, animals, or consumers like you and me. It's a SH*TTY job, but someone's got to do it.
Oh, I'm confused.
About what?
isn't a manure contaminated by nature?
They said like to make sure that the manure does not contaminate vegetation. Isn't that what we put on vegetables to get them to grow?
Good point. I don't know.
And is manure only used oh, that's cow manure or horse manure? Nobody ever says, "Oh man, I had a huge manure last night." Is it
True? And they don't.
Is it
You
not
don't.
applicable to humans?
And you don't step in dog manure.
It's a fun word. Or
Yeah.
man, the baby last night, lactose intolerant, the formula changed. Man, that diaper was full of manure. That is just a sentence you don't hear.
Yeah. Going back to the orangutan, you never hear anybody say, "Boy, they're going ape manure." Joe brought up a good point about carp and the mud vein.
Yeah. Don't know about their pee.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Now, if I am starting a business, and I like to think of myself as business minded sometimes.
Are you an entrepreneur?
I've had my own. Nice. I could be. I've had my own business, and I've so I still think that way sometimes. But if I am going to be a person who starts a business collecting pee, I think that I'm going to go ahead and have them check the manure while they're there, and they could kill two birds with one stone. I can't imagine you have one without the other very often. So while you're there sampling the manure, couldn't you just go ahead and inspect the pee while you're at it?
No, wait.
Brought out
No,
the
wait a minute.
orangutan.
You sample the pee and collect the manure, right?
No. It's you inspect the manure and collect the pee. So one hand you have a prod and the other hand you have a scoop. And
A prod.
again, you one hand you have a
That's
toothpick,
them
the other
all.
you have a toothpick in one hand and a wooden spoon in the other. I don't know, but it just seems like it would make more sense to merge those two businesses, and
You can make the monies.
there we go.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Are we ready for number 8?
Go ahead.
Barnyard pleasure. Barnyard masturbator.
Oh, I see where this is
Yes,
going.
yes. Sound it out. If you love animals, you might consider becoming a dog walker, zookeeper, or even a marine animal trainer. The last job that will come to mind, though, is barnyard masturbator, a job that requires giving farm animals a different kind of love, which is pretty much borderline bestiality.
Is that
put it-
spelled EUR on the end?
To put it not so eloquently, you'll spend your day, I can't read this, tending to farm animals, all in the name of artificial insemination. Let's face it, it can be a lot of hard work.
So like
Ba-da-bum.
boom. Oh, I just caught that. Yeah. So like the
You meant
like
that one, didn't you?
the Kentucky Derby winning horses. I know that like sometimes that when they reach a certain age and people collect that, or like prize beef cattle and things like
Go
that.
out the stud.
Yeah. Or I'm even guessing like the AKC kennel dogs, I'm assuming somebody has to do that, or even at a zoo level. Like if you're trying to start a white tiger breeding program, you can't fly in Sabu from India, for everything. So somebody has to do it. And I'm just guessing. I bet they get paid some bank because there's travel expenses, danger.
You going to do that to a tiger?
Well, not me, but here, kitty.
Yeah.
But I can just imagine some seedy enterprise, some like. I didn't even mean to do that. That was great. I can just see some like tiger wandering around the street, like, hey, need some semen? I got a friend that can help you out.
Need some musk.
Some musk.
Time to move on.
Time to move on. Yeah.
They don't really get any better, I'll be quite honest with you. Number 7. Vomit collector.
Vomit.
Roller
I worked in
coasters.
elementary school. I think I could do that.
You don't collect it, though. You just sprinkle some
No.
dust on it and move on.
Why?
That's true.
Why do they want to collect
I
it?
don't say I do. I say I could.
You could, yes. Roller coasters can often be a stomach-churning experience, and the accounts of people throwing up after and sometimes during the ride are plentiful. The question, though, is who the hell cleans up all that vomit? At Thorpe Park, that would be Reese Owens, who was hired in 2009 to keep the park's most extreme ride, Saw, the ride, vomit-free. That's right. Mr. Owens' job description is to clean people's vomit, which in 2008 amounted to an estimated 150 liters over 619 sick shutdowns.
Ooh, gosh.
At least he gets to ride the roller coaster when not picking up. This is gross, but I like it. Chunks of sick.
We're sick. Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm with Josh on that, by the way. Shout out to the custodians.
I never considered that there was a specialist for that job. I just assumed the attendants of that particular ride were just like, hey, this is a biohazard, slap under gloves and hose it off. That's
just what I assumed. I assumed they threw a couple buckets of water or a hose on it. But, you know, we've talked before about our, you know, thankfulness for custodians and others and, you know, whose job it is to help out in that department. I would like to think that with a roller coaster, though, it would be, I mean, it's not like it's going to just stay in one place. It's going to be everywhere. It's, you know.
Can I tell an awesome story?
Yes.
This is about karmic comeuppance. One of my favorite vomit stories at a ride, it was at the Brown County Fair, and there was this real cocky act, and he's probably an 8th grade kid, you know. And I'm in line with my kids at another ride, and I'm watching this kid like he's showing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go on this, and it's the one that spins around and leans, and it pins you to the back. You know, like you stand up. So this kid
like a spinning disc.
Oh man, he was strutting like Ric Flair at the beginning of a match. You know, he's doing his moves. Watch me. And then the ride stops. He gets off. He takes 2 steps toward the exit, and he proceeds to vomit in a straight line, like the Exorcist style. And for the first time I saw all this go down, and I seriously went.
Literally.
I pointed and laughed because he deserved it.
Joe has a good question there about the stuff they sprinkle in vomit. It looks like they could get some like mint or some mint scent or something.
Banana scented or something.
Yeah.
Yes, Josh says the Gravitron.
Yeah.
Yes.
Though at somewhere there was something. The Gravitron was a little bit different, right? The Gravitron was
Gravitron was enclosed, wasn't it?
Gravitron was enclosed, but the Rainbow, there was the Rainbow at Kings Island or Americana or one of those places. It was called the Rainbow. I don't know if that's what it was.
Spinning disc. You stood up on the spinning disc.
Yeah. I was always afraid of that ride. I never did ride it. All right. Number 6 on our list. Odor judge.
We've been doing that all our lives.
That stinks.
I know.
I rest my case.
I didn't know you could get paid for that. That was just a pastime.
There have been some pretty bizarre jobs in the world over the course of history, from orgy planners in ancient Rome to fake wedding guests in modern Japan. So the existence of odor judges should come as no real surprise. However, what exactly is it that odor judges do? Well, they use chemistry in their noses to accurately identify and adjust scents of just about any product, from nail polishes to microwavable meals. They are also tasked with sniffing and carrying out odor tests on armpits, cat litter, breath, feet, and even nappies. This must be British. So diapers.
Why would one need to judge that?
Well, to see if the diaper holds this. I mean, a diaper has
the content. Still gonna stink.
Yeah, they not as bad as. I mean, a diaper has to have some scent cover. I mean, scent.
I see.
You have to make sure the scent is not escaping, right?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's going to eventually anyway, and it's not going to smell great, but it's. Think about it. A diaper can be filled, and it's not like instantly like, oh my gosh. It's, sometimes it takes a while to know it's occupied. How are we on time here? Number 5.
3 minutes.
Clinical waste disposal worker. You ever wondered what happens to clinical waste, including used dressings, needles, out-of-date medicines, denatured drugs, blood bags, amputated limbs, and human tissues and organs. They must be properly disposed of, i.e. by incineration, to prevent harm being caused to the environment and human health. In other words, there are people whose job it is to cook body parts for a living, basically, and they're called clinical waste disposal workers.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never realized that. I think about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff keeps me up at night, and I cannot believe that it has never crossed my mind, like what happens to amputated limbs and digits. I never thought about it. I just thought they went in a biohazard bag.
Just assume a surgeon had them hanging on their wall.
Yeah, mailing it over the fireplace. That's
Says,
my first go.
To make things even more disturbing, the scent of cooking is apparently described as a combination of burning rubber, bad body odor, and smelly feet.
Oh, that's hit me hard.
Now you'll be up tonight thinking about that.
Number 4, hazmat diver. Working as a hazmat diver is perhaps the ultimate dirty job in the world. Their work typically involves diving in raw sewage or dangerous chemicals like paper pulp and oil sludge. Divers are therefore subjected to a series of vaccinations for all kinds of diseases like hepatitis and tetanus, and they're required to undergo decontamination after each dive. As a hazmat diver, you could be tasked with performing essential maintenance of underwater valves and sluice gates, working in septic tanks, diving into landfill sites to maintain pumping equipment, and yes, even finding bodies.
Hazmat diver.
I was going to say, that made it on the cutting room floor. Ronnie James Dio is like, how'd say, hazmat diver. No, not right. No, not right.
All right. Number 3, forensic entomologist.
That sounds rather benign until you read the description, I'm sure.
Well, Joe could probably chime in here. It says there are many options available to if you want to work with dead people, perhaps because they're unable to complain about your work. And coroners and funeral directors are obvious choices. One option that you might not have thought of, though, is forensic entomologist, a job that requires a strong stomach and, dare I say it, a love for insects. Forensic entomologists are scientists who study the life cycles of insects and arthropods found on, you got it, decomposed cadavers during legal and criminal investigations to determine how long a person has been dead.
So it's like they're an expert in maggotry, like.
Oh, man. Got to be honest. I'd rather get my maggots from that cheese we talked about last time than a decomposing body.
Ugh.
So that's interesting. Number 2, crime scene cleaner.
Oh.
I'm going to skip the details.
There was an episode of House where one of his patients was a crime scene cleaner.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They're rather horrifying and disgusting job because cleaning up blood, bodily fluids, and other potentially infectious materials, often at sites where violent crimes have been committed. Also known as biohazard cleaners, these professionals also deal with cleaning up after accidents, suicides, homicides, and decomposition after unattended death. Number 1, there's like a pattern here with all these. You know what I mean? Like they all involve. First off, it seems like they all involve risk to the person working.
Right.
Yeah.
Sewer cleaner. Not only is this one of the most disgusting jobs in the world, it's also one of the most dangerous. In fact, it's estimated that more than 100 sewer workers die each year across India from accidents, suffocation, or exposure to toxic gases. And let's see. Turn that garbage off. Sewer cleaners are employed to climb into sewers, often chest deep, filled with human excrement and occasionally dead dogs and rats. And they use metal scrapers, brooms, and even their bare hands to clear drainage and sanitation lines, all for...
Okay, so I'm going to chime in on that. In that description, that's why I have a hard time in Shawshank Redemption with Andy Dufresne climbing through that pipe for, what was it, a third of a mile or half a mile or whatever it was. I do not believe he would have survived the gases in the pipe.
Probably
and that's
not.
Just not only that's prison poop. That could be good.
Prison poop.
Joe.
I want my prison poop, prison poop, prison poop.
Oh my. Yeah, that kind of left me a little bit speechless because, the thought of wading through, tons of sludge to unstick something.
Yeah. It's weird because you started out on the first couple lists, you're like, okay, pea collector, manure inspector. You're thinking that's pretty gross, but I'll be honest with you, I would do those jobs all day long before I would do some of those the top 5.
Indeed.
Because actually, in a lot of those, you're a pea collector and manure inspector anyway. I mean, if you're having to fight through it to get to your work.
I'm going to be following around Flipper Brown, the dung throwing monkey, before I even think about wading in to like one of those. Oh, that's horrible. Man.
So there are your 10 most disgusting jobs.
Flipper Brown, the dung throwing monkey.
That's a character in a comic.
T-shirt. Oh, so you didn't make it up.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All righty. Strong lead in. Good topic.
Strong. If you could think of any other jobs, chime in, our earbuds out there. You might have heard something worse than one of these 10.
Or you might have done something worse than one.
Yeah.
You might have done it for free.
Even better.
Might not even be your job. You just might do it for free. So, Aric, you'll be interested in it. You both may be, but I know for sure, Aric. I have a problem with blood. I'm not a person who enjoys. My own blood doesn't bother me that much. Or I'm sorry, my own blood bothers me. Other people's don't bother me quite as much. But Dexter, I always thought that would be a cool job if you could stomach it. But if you couldn't, first off, if you couldn't, you probably wouldn't become a blood splatter
pathologist or something.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is because I'm not sure if you saw that there's going to be a new Dexter coming out next year.
Oh, really?
Yes, a one-off, or a limited series, 10 episode or something.
Interesting.
So
interesting. Good. That was a good show. I enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you. Topic number 1: disgusting jobs. Topic number 2 is to me, as we're always in the order that we present our topics. I'm in the middle topic, and again, people who have watched or listened to our show know that I am a aspiring game show host. That is my dream job. One of my dream jobs. I have several, but that would be one. And we're going to play a game. Well, yeah, exactly. This game is called Dirty Minds.
Uh-oh.
And the subtitle of the game is the Game of Naughty Clues. So in other words, I'll start down the clues, but the end result or the answer will not be probably what you're thinking with the clues. So if you think we're saying dirty things, that's on you, not on us.
So it's going to be a naughty sounding clue, but an innocuous answer.
Indeed.
And if there is a problematic undertone, it's on the listener.
That's on the listener. It's on the earbud. That's an earbud issue.
Man, how we're like politicians, the way we just skirt the responsibility and put it right off onto our
as Richard Nixon called it, plausible deniability.
There you go. Plausible deniability. All right. So we drew lots backstage. Todd, you're first. So the way this works, there are 5 clues. And again, the ultimate answer is generally a one-word answer, but there are 5 clues. So we'll go back and forth. And by the way, I have to put this up here. Joe on fire tonight. I made my Shawshank Redemption comment there. And wasn't sure we were talking tonight in the prison.
It was macaroni and cheese night, everybody.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right.
Since that has become a main entree in the world, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that is not an entree. That is a side dish.
That was the best. What do you call it? Catchphrase about bad traffic. Man, that traffic was jammed up like the nursing home on macaroni and cheese night.
All right. So, do you know how we're going to score this, Aric? Do I need to keep track, or are you going to keep track? Or
Well, I'll keep track.
Okay.
I can put it up on the screen.
Keep forgetting we're fancy now.
Well, we are fancy dancy. All right, Todd, you get
Yes.
first clue.
I'm scared.
Later, you can have me for sloppy seconds.
Does it harm me to guess? I mean, if I'm wrong, it doesn't hurt anything, right? Okay.
Harm you to guess. No.
Okay. I'm going to say chili.
Chili's incorrect.
Okay.
So now does it go to me?
It goes to you. Brady, I'm in your mouth on national holidays.
I know it.
I got nothing.
I got it.
Todd, if I get too hot, I can be a little dry.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Ah.
All right.
That was my second guess with chili, but I didn't understand the sloppy part of it.
Yeah.
All right. Todd 1, Brady nothing. Brady.
Yes.
Hello, Matt Young.
Yes. Hello, Matt. Brady, you'll find me hanging below your belt.
Oh man, the hardest part of this is going to be not to joke. Apparently, you didn't find it enough, or you wouldn't have sat on it so many times as a youth.
Hey, I got nothing on this one yet.
Okay, Todd.
Yep.
You have to open your zipper to get me off.
Pants.
Pants. Correct.
Ah.
Oh, I've run away with it already.
This is the way I always do, and then he comes back.
Yeah, he does. Okay.
I
Todd,
get cocky. Yes.
I'm a 4-letter word. Yeah,
That's all I get.
Not a very good. That's all you get. Not a very good clue there in the opener.
Do I get a second clue?
Second clue.
I'm going to say gnat. GNAT. Gnat.
Nat is incorrect.
Okay.
Brady,
Mm-hmm.
I end in UCK.
Luck.
Luck is correct.
That was, I got to be honest with you, that was a terrible first clue.
That was a terrible first clue.
That was a good guess.
That was borderline unfair.
Yes, it narrowed it right down.
Like some dog in the room's like, a meanat?
All right, Brady.
Yes.
Turnabout's fair play. I'm a 4-letter word.
Ship.
Ship is incorrect. Todd, you need to be flexible to do me.
Bend.
Bend is incorrect. Brady,
Yeah.
there can be grunting and groaning before you're finished.
Push.
Which is incorrect. Todd, you have to spread your legs to show off your lotus.
Lotus?
Lotus.
What?
There are people out in the audience that know this, I guarantee it. You don't know all the lingo.
Yeah, jump.
Jump is incorrect. Brady, final clue.
Uh-huh.
You can do me in several positions.
Lift.
Lift is incorrect.
That's a good guess.
Yoga.
Oh.
So nobody gets the point.
Nobody gets the point. 4 remains. Todd 2, Brady 1.
Oh, lotus.
Lotus.
I thought you were saying
Yes.
LOADUS. Lotus.
Lotus.
Lotus. Ah, gotcha.
All right. Todd. I can keep your post erect.
Can keep your post erect. Okay, I'm gonna. Can I give two words that kind of mean the same thing, or I mean, like cement or concrete is what I was thinking.
Concrete is correct.
Okay, will you allow that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. As the opposition, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
So our score: Todd 3, Brady 1. Brady.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's time for a comeback. See.
Brady, when I'm done, you'll need to wipe off your holes.
Holes. I don't know.
By the way, I had to put this up. Joe was thinking poop on the last video.
Shocker, Joe.
Yeah, nice.
That too.
Okay, Brady passes.
That's right.
Todd, I can come many times in a row.
This game would be more fun if we added bonus like point deductions if you can't keep a straight face during it. We'll have to remember that next time.
That's like make me laugh game show, right?
Yeah. I'm going to say rain.
Rain is incorrect. Brady, you usually close your eyes when I spasm.
Oh.
Yes,
Sneeze.
Indeed, it would be much funnier.
What'd you say?
Am I sneezing?
What's that?
Sneeze.
Sneeze is correct.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Good job.
Thank you. That really was a guess.
Good guess it was. Brady
Nose holes.
cuts the lead to 1. Todd 3, Brady 2. Todd. All day long, it's in and out.
The sun.
Incorrect. Brady. All day long, it's up and down.
The tide.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Todd. It used to take a man to get me going.
Not the first time we've heard you say that, Aric.
I'm trying to figure out because I thought both those first two guesses were good. All day long.
Ooh.
Time.
Time is incorrect. Brady.
Mm-hmm.
If you push my buttons, I'll go down on you.
Did Brady just go, oh, like that was like he draws the line. Oh,
That's enough.
bad. That's enough.
Temperature?
Temperature is incorrect. Todd,
Man.
final clue.
We're all over this, Brady. I guarantee you we're close.
Yeah.
If I'm jerking you a lot, you'll feel like you want to get off.
Let's see. Man, an airplane.
Incorrect. It's an elevator.
Oh,
These have little men that
Oh.
have to work the elevator.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought
Should've gotten
temperature
that.
was a good guess, full disclosure.
Yeah, it was. Okay,
Except
Brady.
In and out. That doesn't make sense for temperature, though.
In and out of fever.
Brady,
Yes.
Men ride on me between the sheets.
Nothing.
Todd? I'm long and loaded with semen.
It's the worst pickup line ever. A submarine.
Incorrect.
Really?
Brady? You use me if you're into water sports.
Sailboat.
Boat is correct.
Ow. I'll give it to you.
Well,
Again.
I would have thought about submarine, but when it said between the sheets, I mean that's a sailboat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's a sailboat, sir.
3-3.
No, it's not. It's a schooner, stupid head. Sorry, Mallrats reference there.
Todd,
Yes, sir.
if I have to pull out, it's an emergency.
What is a
Is it
Firehouse.
Jeopardy Dirty Minds?
what is a firehouse?
Firehouse is incorrect. Brady,
Yeah.
I can sport a huge extension.
An electric cord?
Incorrect. Todd,
I got it.
after I come is when I really start pumping.
A fire truck.
A fire engine is correct.
Have we
Brady
lost
was-
viewers?
Brady wasn't paying attention to the previous clue, Brady.
Yeah.
Aric's tone. He said firehouse is not correct. He paused briefly.
A good game show host would not give the clue away. All right, 4-3. Todd's ahead. Brady?
Yes.
I can't believe more people aren't chiming in on this.
I know.
Are they nervous?
Maybe. Brady, I'm 8 inches long and made out of latex.
A surgical glove?
I'll allow it. A rubber glove.
Oh,
Good
nice.
gosh. The only reason I even guessed that is because in my teacher's desk, I have some latex, and I just happened to see latex protective gloves, and that stuck in my head.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
4-4. Todd,
Mm-hmm.
I can use your palm to get the job done.
Okay. So I'm going to say palm reader / fortune teller.
Indeed, fortune teller is correct. Kind of glad I didn't have to read the rest of those. All right, 5-4, Todd.
I thought it was rough reading about the barnyard masturbator.
Indeed. All right, Brady.
Yes.
Playing with my knobs starts me flowing.
A bathtub?
Bathtub is incorrect.
What I'm picturing is anyone signing onto this and not knowing what we're doing at all, and the first thing they hear is you reading the clue.
Yeah.
We're going to get reported to Facebook.
Hey, we say it's TV 14.
Todd,
Mm-hmm.
you'll need a towel after you're done with me.
I'm going to say spigot, or
I'll allow it. A faucet.
faucet. Okay.
What did I say?
Bathtub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you said bathtub faucet or spigot, you
Yeah.
probably would have
Yeah.
gotten it.
Yeah.
Todd pulling away 6-4.
Come pull away. Come pull away.
All right. Who's
Brady.
Brady?
Me.
Brady Capone had a short one.
Did you say Brady Capone?
No, Brady
Oh,
Capone had a short one.
I didn't hear the short pause there.
I know I'm
Brady
gangster,
Capone.
but not.
I should have made my pause more pregnant. Brady Capone had a short one.
Prison sentence?
Incorrect. Todd,
Mm-hmm.
the Beaver had a long one.
Temper.
Incorrect. Brady, Bono doesn't use his.
Bono? As in you choose Bono?
As in you choose Bono, yes.
First name.
First name is correct.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
6-5.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
Why does a beaver have a first name?
Punk's, what's the,
Leave it to Beaver.
yeah.
Oh, Theodore Cleaver. Okay. I was thinking the animals. Like, wait a minute.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of a groundhog.
I said the
Yeah.
Beaver.
I was thinking of a groundhog and I'm thinking of Punk's,
Puxatawny Phil.
Puxatawny Phil. That's what I almost said because I was thinking that's the wrong animal.
I was
Wrong
thinking
varmint.
Adolphus Beaver. You know?
Todd,
Yes.
if you get me toasted, I'll get harder for you.
Bread.
Incorrect. Brady, you can stick your hot salami in me.
Now there's a selling point.
Like a sub bun? He's thinking about it.
The answer is sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. I'm going to not rule on that.
Yeah.
Give another
I would,
Okay.
yeah, because I would chime in and say bread and bun would be the
right.
both of them are sandwich handles, if you will.
Ah,
All right, so Brady, I'm a 4-letter word that ends in K.
dick.
You deck.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh.
say, wow.
Todd, you have to be in bed to be inside of me.
Silk.
Incorrect. Brady,
Got it.
you can climb on me in the bedroom.
I know it.
Oh. See, I was going to say tuck.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Can I guess without the next clue?
If you
I
like,
have to go ahead and solve the puzzle.
solve the puzzle, Pat.
Bunk.
Bunk is correct.
Oh, you're full of bunk.
All right, so that makes it 7-6.
Josh Michael said bunk as well.
Oh.
Here we go. All right, we've hit our time limit. Should we have a final where you wager your points?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, here we
This is
go.
where, this is where I lose.
It's 7-5.
Okay.
So you have to write down your wager.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
All right. Here's the way we're going to do this last question. I'm going to read the clue. Each of you will write down a guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll get each of you get a guess. Neither
Mhm.
one of you are correct. We'll go on to the next one. You write down another guess.
Okay.
And so on until someone gets it.
Okay.
All right. If both of you get it, you both could get your points that you wagered. Then we'll add them on.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Okay. First clue. You can sometimes stick your wood inside of me. That's fine. I hear my wife laughing downstairs. I don't know if she's laughing at us.
Okay, I have my answer.
I have my answer.
All right. Brady, what's your answer?
Fireplace.
Todd?
Fireplace.
The answer is stove, so I will allow fireplace.
Oh.
Brady, what was your wager?
3. It's a magic number.
3 is a magic number, so that
Magic
makes Brady
number.
with a total of 8. Todd? 3 as
3.
well. So our final score
It's
is
a wash.
a wash. No, it's not a wash.
No, it's not.
Todd 10.
I'm victorious.
Brady
Well, that's
8.
what I mean.
Here's your final.
There you go, Todd. Whew.
So are we going to have to put a special NC-17 rating on
I would still say TV 14.
TV-14? Yeah.
There was no cursing.
No,
Right.
cursing, it's just
Problems.
our viewers actually went up during all that.
I'm going to be quite
Really?
honest with you. I never heard one dirty. I never heard any innuendo. If anybody thinks that's dirty, it's on them.
Yes.
Well,
That's what our disclaimer
Christina
says.
driven
That's
snow we
right.
are.
So Tanya said she was cracking up. She discovered she had dirty minds. So, hey.
But I do agree with, was it Tanya, I believe, that said that? That would be a fun game to play in person
Yes,
and maybe with some adult beverages.
would certainly make it more interesting. All right, Brady, you have topic number 3.
I do. I've been ruminating on this topic for a while and how to bring it up.
I like that word, by the way.
Ruminating?
Mhm.
Thank you. It's been hatching in my head. And honestly, this probably goes back to about the first month we did this podcast, and I've been thinking about this. And it all started with seeing a picture of Toucan Sam. So my topic is about what the heck is up with the cereal universe. The cereal universe, as in breakfast cereal universe, there are some things that, as they say in South Park, it's the Chewbacca defense. It don't make sense. And
So-
Elaborate.
Yes.
elaborate. Okay, so let's go with the most basic and the one that comes to everybody's mind first. People, the cereal universe, everyone is really, really greedy. If you have a lupine stalker and the rabbit won't leave you alone, it will go away if you just give it a bowl of tricks. That's all it wants. You have a whole box. The rabbit will leave you alone if you would just give it some cereal. Now are you catching my drift?
Now, however, the rabbit is not the only one in the world of cereal that is
Greedy.
exactly. So
Yeah.
And I have a long list. There's a lot of things that does not make sense in the cereal universe.
now, was the Trix rabbit the only rabbit?
He was the only
Seems like
silly
there was
one.
another- Yes, he was a silly rabbit. because tricks are for kids. But wasn't there another rabbit in there somewhere in the world of cereal? Seems like I remember that. I don't eat cereal, so I mean, I don't know.
Well, what was the crispy critter? Wasn't a rabbit? Was it of some sort?
Oh, he's on my list. Super Sugar Bear.
No. That's
critter.
Crispy critters. Crispy critters.
I don't think
I've ever heard of crispy critters.
How do you do? Look it up, Aric.
I've never heard of that one.
You never heard of Crispy Critters cereal?
No.
Maybe it's not what it's called. I remember the song.
Is there some off-brand?
No. I never ate no off-brand cereal growing up.
Trix. TRICKXXX. Trix.
Now, wait a minute. You did say you ate off-brand cereal because Chuck ate the good stuff.
That wasn't growing up. That was when we got older. We started trying the off-brand. I know Crispy Critters was a cereal. I remember the song again. Crispy Critters, how do you do?
Suspiciously
a
like
good
Bobby
wholesome
Bear.
punch. It's something done with lots of crunch.
It does sound rather Fozzie Bearish.
Waka waka waka.
This being the Crispy Critters?
Yes. Zoom in at Post. That's a name brand.
Post Crispy Critters.
Post were the Raisin Bran maker. They were the inventors of Raisin Bran.
Not to be confused with their competitor.
So is that a
Kellogg's
rabbit?
Raisin Bran.
What is that thing?
I don't know. It looks angry.
Sort of space alien thing. It's got like antenna with pom-poms on the end.
What a ludicrous thing.
I cannot believe. Aric, are you able to pull video and sound into this?
I don't know about that because I think I tried to play a video once. I don't think the sound came through.
When we're done here, you guys got to play the theme song, and just so you can see I'm not nuts.
You've inspired me because I consider myself pretty well-rounded in my cereal jingles and everything, and I do not recall that one.
Must have been away from our time.
I think it was a little later. I remember it.
Yeah.
Critters.
Oddly enough, I don't remember anything about the cereal other than the song and the jacked up critter.
Yeah, no idea. But that does bring me to.
Was that critter greedy?
He was crispy.
He was crispy. Now, a lot of this, Lucky Charms. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. And you know, all he had to do was give some kids the cereal. He was hoarding it.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. That's the opposite of the Trix Rabbit problem.
That's what I was going to say too. That's
the leprechaun has the Lucky Charms, and the kids are trying to steal them.
To put it in their cereal.
Exactly.
Well, now wait a minute. They're not trying to steal it. They just want some.
No, he just has the charms.
He's running with the box of cereal, though. That implies he has the whole kit and caboodle.
So they have the corn and or rice puffs. Yeah. They just need the charms to go along with them.
Have you seen that you can buy now a box of just the charms? You can buy just the marshmallows.
Yeah, and that's
I may or may not have known someone who has done that.
That was my favorite part of the cereal, but I still think I want the puffs.
Okay, yes. So Tommy says 80s. Are you talking about the Crispy Critters?
How do you do?
You do.
Kind of sounds like Macho Man Randy Savage just a little bit.
It sounds like what's his name? The like the singer, not Louis Armstrong, but
and I think to myself,
Scatman Crothers.
What a wonderful world. With marshmallows.
Crispy Critters, how you?
Now see, the cereal universe has even turned longtime friends into enemies, and because of greed. Fruity Pebbles, Barney just wanted some Fruity Pebbles, and Fred was hoarding them and running away and trying to hide them.
Well, Pebbles was Fred's daughter.
Fruity Pebbles. Barney wasn't trying to eat his daughter. He wanted Fruity Pebbles. He wasn't a cannibal.
Yeah, but it was named after his daughter, right?
It was named after his daughter.
Who was named after rocks.
No. They're Flintstones. They were just. It was a rock reference. The pebbles, a small. They were pebbles of
Okay,
cereal
now
goodness.
was there a picture of pebbles on the cereal box? So
There was not.
I would call Balderdash because I believe the cereal was named after the daughter.
That's what I think too. I always thought too.
But she never appeared in the box.
But the daughter was named after rocks, though.
Yes,
As was everything else on the Flintstones.
Yeah.
including Bam Bam.
The Bam.
Man,
So
So-
which came first, the Fruity Pebbles or the Cocoa Pebbles?
I think the Fruity Pebbles did.
I like the taste of Fruity Pebbles, but I like to drink the milk afterwards with the Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, see the multicolored milk kind of lost me because
Oh,
Fruity Pebbles was okay to eat out of the box, but once you put the milk in it, man, they got soggy fast.
Well, but that's what I was saying. The Cocoa Pebbles it wasn't multicolored. You had chocolate milk. when you
Yeah.
were done.
It was just unicolored milk funk.
okay, so there, I shared the wrong screen.
Excuse me.
So you're thinking Fruity Pebbles came first, and then Cocoa Pebbles.
I think so.
Probably riding some wave of cocoa inspired cereals that were coming about.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
I stand corrected. There's the Fruity Pebbles box, not a sign of Pebbles anywhere.
Right.
And
But-
yeah. You know what I've always wondered? I always thought the Great Gazoo needed his own cereal, like a green marshmallowed cereal.
Could be.
So okay, so now I'm going to go off the track just a little bit. Now you brought up
Here we
the
go.
Great Gazoo. Was the Great Gazoo the equivalent of what's his name? What's his name on the Brady Bunch?
Oh, Oliver,
Oliver.
we're Scrappy.
What was that the point where the Flintstones jumped the shark when they brought on the Gazoo?
Jump the dinosaur.
He jumped the dinosaur.
Yeah, that's complicated because the Great Gazoo actually kind of added a little bit to it. He was slightly obnoxious, but since it wasn't a child, it just added a fresh zest to the Flintstones. And he always called them dum dums.
I think Gazoo and Andorra from Bewitched were the same person.
Really,
If you listen to their verbiage and mannerisms, Andorra and Gazoo, the Great Gazoo, were the same person.
interesting. But wouldn't his cereal have been cool if it was an alien based, green marshmallow glow in the dark cereal or something?
That surprises me because talking about one of my favorite cereals, you had your I say that and I forget as soon as it escapes my mouth. The Frankenberries and the
yeah. Blueberry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula.
yeah. Which one of those came first? I would think Count Chocula came first.
Yes. And then he later became John Kerry.
What I was going to ask, so was
he
the
just
trend
looks like Count Chocula.
was the trend the cocoa inspired, the cocoa based cereals, was that an earlier trend than the fruit based cereals?
I would say that the cocoa came first. Now, there's a little known there was Blueberry, who was blue, but we forgot about Frankenberry, that was strawberry colored. Strawberry. And
Yeah.
good point, Justin Smith.
Nicely played, Justin.
Nicely
played.
done.
Andorra and Gazoo created Mork.
And so there was Frankenberry, Bootberry, and there were there was a Mummy one. That was the little known one. The Mummy one was a cinnamon based cereal, like a cinnamon puff.
That's not fun.
That's why he didn't
That's
laugh.
an old man cereal.
Yeah,
All
It's
right,
like, that's like cinnamon Pop Tarts.
yeah.
so should we use our last 10 minutes to discuss this Reddit question?
If I can quickly just reference the Cookie Crook
Go ahead.
and of Cookie Crisp cereal, there's Cookie Crook and the Cookie Cup, and now the wolves are trying to steal the Cookie Crisp. Once again, it's all about thievery. And
Why can't anybody buy their own cereal?
yeah, really, man.
What makes them in this? I know what makes them. I've always wondered what makes them pick the mascot, that particular mascot for a certain cereal.
Well, If you think of
Cookie
Lucky
Cook
Charms,
is the alliteration.
Well, yeah, alliteration comes
Yeah.
into it a lot. Captain Crunch, alliteration. Which reminds me, we have snack time in the afternoon. I had a student with a giant baggie of Captain Crunch on their desk the other day, and the roof of my mouth started peeling back just looking at the bag of
I love Captain Crunch, man.
skin
Crunch
roof of my
berries.
mouth.
Yeah.
Not Captain. Cap'n
Captain Crunch.
Crunch.
Captain Crunch to me didn't become relevant until it got the berries, Crunch berries.
Yeah. See, I never knew why they didn't give him a
They were
promotion so it could become Major Crunch.
They were sweet relief from the skinned mouth roof.
Colonel Crunch.
What about
Skip Major altogether.
what was Toucan was the Fruit Loops.
Toucan Sam. Yes.
I have a candle right behind me that smells exactly like Fruit Loops, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were gonna smell like toucans. I was but yeah, Toucan Sam. Now, what did he just kind of deliver the cereal? I don't think anybody was trying to steal it, right?
Right. Yeah, I think so. What about you got Dig'em and you got
Forgot about Nig'em.
Dig'em. There's two cereals.
Dig'em.
So you got Dig'em and Sugar Smack or whatever his name was. Not Sugar Smack. What's the bear?
Sugar Crisp. They
Sugar Crisp.
They changed it from Sugar Smacks to Sugar Crisp because it was a drug reference.
But they weren't the same cereal though, right?
Yeah, I think they were, and they changed the name so it wasn't
See,
Sugar Smack.
I could have swore the cereal was called Dig'em Smacks for the longest. I remember Dig'em Smacks, but I still think that it's like Post and Kellogg's version of the same cereal.
Yeah,
Because in the commercial, didn't the bear go, dig 'em?
That's the frog.
that is frog.
Oh, yeah, dig 'em.
I think the Sugar Crisp bear went, oh yeah, like
Oh,
Randy
yeah.
Savage.
Aric,
Well,
can you
that's Kool-Aid Man.
Can you get on your fancy internet machine there and see that if they were actually two separate cereals? Because I think they were. I think Sugar Super Golden Crisp and Dig'em Smacks were two different cereals. Knick knack patty whack. I still got the Dig'em Smacks.
Is that what it said?
No,
Oh, that was
Brady.
really
If you
good.
don't get that reference, then
Maybe
been
I'm
saying
thinking
that
too hard.
yeah, you are.
Okay.
Okay, we got Honey Smacks.
Okay, was that
Oh,
that was Dig'em?
that was Diggum.
There's dig 'em.
Was that Post?
Let me share the screen
Or
here.
General Foods or General Mills.
General
excuse
Mills.
me.
Not to be confused with Donna Mills from Not Slanding fame. That's Kellogg's.
Kellogg's Honey Smacks with
And
dig
then-
'em.
Honey Smacks.
So is he actually a frog or is he a gator? Now that I look at him,
He's a frog. Gators don't go ribbit, ribbit.
true. Did he? I don't know that he did that though. Did he? He said dig him.
Dig 'em. It's like a ribbit.
Well, so then can you pull up a side by side with the Super Golden Crisp or whatever they were? It's the same cereal. You even look at it, they look like
Well, hold on. Let me do a
camel
search.
hooves.
I can't pull up two screens at once.
Oh man.
Do you know what cereal? You know what cereal didn't need a mascot? Grape nuts. Didn't need that. Didn't need a mascot to sell that stuff.
Grapey the nut who would break your teeth.
All right, so there's
Post. I had it
Golden
there's
backwards.
Crisp.
Golden Crisp, Sugar Bear.
I wish
Sugar
you could.
Bear.
Wish
They
you could
did used to
zoom
be
in on
called
the.
Sugar Smacks.
I wish you could zoom in on the actual cereal grainage because I swear it's the same cereal. They
Let me
tasted the
try to
same.
Zoom in here.
That's a confident looking bear.
It's kind of looks like a coffee nut, a coffee bean or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said they look like an animal hoof of some sort.
Hooves or toes? Kyle asks. Don't know.
Oh,
Whichever your preference.
Could be either. All right,
So
so
you're go with
I'm trying to
Reddit
keep
thread.
it TV-14, Kyle.
yes. All right, so shall I ask the ultimate question now?
Please.
Yes.
According to Reddit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
All of the cereal box characters and some examples that we've talked about: Toucan Sam, Tony the Tiger, Lucky, etc. enter a coliseum. Only one exits alive, Who is the ultimate serial killer?
I got an answer right now.
Who is it?
I'm going to go with the Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs bird because he's a wild card. He's insane. He's going to take everybody out.
Well, why would you pick him over Toucan? I mean, Toucan can fly, and
They're both birds.
Yes, but he's sane.
I thought the one was a dodo bird or something.
Yeah, the Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, he would go nuts if he ate the cereal, and he would like dislodge a wing or pluck an eyeball out. He would be like the mentally ill bird.
And we're welcoming comments here from our audience. And now, who's the ultimate serial killer from all the serial characters? So I'm gonna chime in here with some of Reddit's.
I'm going with my crispy critters. You saw that critter. He was crispy.
Boo Berry is already dead, thus disqualifies from winning.
Oh, he's alive.
Captain Crunch has naval warfare at his disposal. Don't know how that could be used in an arena, though.
Tony the Tiger is a vicious predator, but he's pretty chill. Plus, he wears an ascot or bandana that kind of tones him down.
I just thought of a great cereal spin-off, Tony the Tiger King. That's he should make his own cereal brand from prison.
There's another.
Got to be gold nuggets, though.
Another comment on Captain Crunch. He's all about stolen valor. Captain is not the abbreviation of captain. The uniform he's wearing isn't a captain's uniform anyway. He's an obvious fake.
Well,
Great.
That tough old bird eats that cereal. He has to have nothing but there's no meat left on the roof of his mouth at all. So he's got to be pretty tough.
Could the Lucky Charms leprechaun, does he have some like Irish chicanery? Does he have some like mystical magic that he could,
can he cast spells?
Conjure up a rainbow?
That's true. So
Cookie Jarvis.
Cookie Jarvis. It can cast spells.
Yes.
There's that. Okay, so this guy says no contest Lucky Charms. It's an established canon in the great GMCU, the General Mills cereal universe, that LC Leprechaun, yes, that's his real name, gains extremely powerful abilities from the marshmallows in his cereal. And there's an actual list of powers that he gains from his marshmallows.
Wow.
But some highlights include the ability to bring things to life, hearts, invisibility, moons, and the ability to control time, the hourglass, introduced in 2008. Up against essentially a god, I don't think the others stand a chance.
We haven't even gotten into Blue Diamond yet.
I'm going to go out on a rope and say this guy, go on a rope. That's not the saying. I'm going to go out on a limb. Sorry, I'm going to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the guy who came up with all this has never, ever, ever, ever had a girlfriend. When you're thinking of all these things that the Lucky Charms mascot can do with his Lucky Charms.
Well, no, he said he read it. He didn't.
He read it. I thought he came up with this.
It's established canon in the universe.
Canon.
Yeah, that sounds to me like he's coming up with it, and he's just saying that sarcastically, like it's established canon.
Others have mentioned Captain Crunch has a military arsenal. LC Leprechaun has cereal marshmallows that give him presumptively temporary superpowers. I understand there are no rules in the arena, but some guidelines need to be set on how much they can bring into the arena in terms of external resources.
I thought I had a lot of free. I thought that I
said this guy. I'm going to give the real simple answer. The Flintstones beat them all.
And how is that?
They're cavemen. They beat you with their bare hands.
Stopping.
Okay, so here is an overarching answer. Okay. According, I'll give credit here. According to SPWF, whatever that means. SPWF says this is tough. It could legitimately be a slaughter. Given the Leprechaun movie series, Lucky Charms could totally do some damage with that dirty leprechaun magic. Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, Fruit Brute are all literal monsters.
Fruit Brute?
Don't know who Fruit Brute is. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces literally take bites out of each other, so they don't care. That's not what he said, but they don't give a...
They don't give a crunch.
Tony
What
the
about
tiger is, well, a literal sentient tiger and is a jacked one at that. Cookie
Yeah, but
Crisp,
he seems
Cookie
very
Crisp
laid
is-
back.
yeah, very, yeah. Well, he is great. Is that laid back? I don't know.
Does that sound laid back to you, sir? He's great. I need you to reevaluate that tiger.
Cookie Crisp is what? A coyote? A wolf? Either way, see Tony the tiger. I'm not sure I want to go face to face with anyone who's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If someone gets that cuckoo over cereal, I don't see how they're not an unpredictable threat in combat.
Hey, great minds.
Same goes for Honeycomb. Snap,
Oh.
Crackle, and Pop have the numbers advantage, and also
That's-
with names like that, I don't want them anywhere near my bones and spine.
I was going to say we're leaving out Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
But my pick would have to go with Cap and Crunch purely for the military arsenal he has access to.
Hit you with a crunch berry right in the eye hole.
So, I mean, Cap and Crunch seems to be the overriding winner in this thread.
You know who's not mentioned?
Who's
The
that?
Trix Rabbit gets no love. He's just kind of pathetic. If he's not been able to score a bowl of cereal by now, he's never gonna.
Well, that's true.
I
There's
don't
gotta
think
be
that
some-
speaks of the rabbit.
There's got to be someone
That's not the
forgetting it.
kids.
Alice
And I
Okada does say on the other end of the spectrum that Trix Rabbit is pretty crazy.
Bad, crazy. Again, no mention of the crispy critter.
No,
Oh no!
I see nothing about the crispy critter.
What about the Raisin Bran, like the sun? Was it?
Oh, the sun can burn them all up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without him, none of those things would be alive.
That's
yeah.
bad.
The amount of hydrogen emanating from him is going to scorch everything. Yeah, which, by the way, is one of the best gags ever. When that prank caller called in to the Post people complaining that there wasn't 2 scoops in his Raisin Bran. It's just like, sir, we measure him, and he was talking about 2 plastic scoops. He wanted 2 plastic scoops. So
Okay.
That
Lost
reminds-
Night 84 does chime in here. Someone pointed out that Raisin Bran mascot is a sun. Any vampire just got dusted by being near the arena.
Kill
you go.
Chocula's out of
There you
here.
go. See a count. So
Everyone probably got caught fire. Boo Berry might be the only one not to fry outright.
'Cause he's
nice.
dead.
No, Frankenberry's dead. Well, I
They
guess
both
Blueberry
are
is
dead.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so this, I'm going to bring up a side question here. Wasn't there, you know how we had the conversation on several episodes ago about the 2 different SpaghettiOs? You had Franco-American and you had Chef Boyardee.
Yes.
Wasn't there the same kind of dilemma with Raisin Bran? Wasn't there a Kellogg's and a Post Raisin Bran?
Yes, there was. I believe Kellogg's was the son, and Post was just the adult cereal.
Yeah.
Kellogg's went the route of having the Sunshine, animated Sunshine, to, bring in the kiddies. And Post was, well, you wanted fiber to keep you moving.
So which one had the 2 scoops?
2 scoops of raisins are the reason. Kellogg's
Kellogg's
Raisin Bran.
Raisin
So
Bran.
please.
So pleasing.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right. So I don't know that we ever came to a conclusion as to who would win that ultimate serial killer battle.
I have I'm going with the bear. Bears, I mean,
They're terrifying.
yeah, you can't beat a bear.
Yeah,
I'm going with
mine has
either-
a surfboard on my hat.
Yeah.
And
And
Sugar Bear?
Surfing bear here. Yeah, the
Bear-
super sugar bear.
or the crispy critters. I think it's a bear. I think it's a space bear. I'm
Space Bear.
gonna look it up and see what they call it, that mascot.
Here is my definitive answer. If it was hand to hand, just on brawn, good. Kyle
Kyle has
King. Oh my
good
gosh.
Kyle has an interesting theory here. Toucan Sam, everyone just follows his nose. Since they cannot seem to not, he could just lead them to their respective deaths.
Plunging
It is
off a
true.
cliff while he flies off.
That goes back to Brady's answer on the chicken question that time. Was it something like you kill an elephant with 1 chicken or 500 chickens or something? Would you rather?
That was
Your
when
whole
Jesus-
plan? Your plan was to have one chicken run an elephant off the cliff or something like that, Brady?
Yeah. I forget what my answer was, but it was
Breaking news. The crispy critter was actually Linus the Lionhearted. It was a lion.
A lion? A space
What?
lion?
Just a lion.
Well, it
It
had
has antenna.
antennas with,
It had, but the antenna looked more like giraffe antenna, like
well,
those
then
giraffe
it's a giraffe,
things.
not a lion.
It's still
Lions
not a
don't
lion.
have those things.
That's what it says. Crispy Critter's mascot, Linus the Lionhearted, was the first advertising character ever to appear as a balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
What?
Maybe that's not the.
That's not the same.
I don't
No.
think it is.
It's a
They were
giraffe.
probably-
Giraffe.
All right. He might have been a lion at one point, and probably they were trying to get into the mid-'70s Star Wars craze, so they made Linus the Lion having antenna, and they sent him from space.
It says here, the sweetened cereal made of oats consisted of animal-shaped pieces similar to animal crackers. Television commercials featured a cartoon lion, Linus the Lionhearted, voiced by Sheldon Leonard, with the slogan, "The one and only cereal that comes in the shape of animals," sung to the tune of Trepak from Chavatsky's The Nutcracker Ballet. I don't think we're talking about the same cereal here.
Animal crackers in
Said,
my
"Nice
soup.
soup."
In rare, but loop the loop.
My my answer goes with, if it was just a straight up predator, I'm going to take Tony the tiger. But since we're using cunning and skill in training, I have to say that Captain Crunch and his military call down will beat all animal fierceness and leprechaun chicanery. So I'm going to go with the captain.
Cap'n Crunch seems to be the overriding answer. All right, Brady, thank you very much for that trip into cereal universe. All right.
I think
What's that?
this here says Crispy Critter cereal was originally released by Post in 1963.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
I watch my share of Saturday morning cartoons. I don't remember that at all. And seems like that would be prime real estate on TV for commercials.
Yeah.
When you sing that song, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and there's the ubiquitous cereals we didn't even talk about, like donuts. Donuts. They were
Yes.
powdered donut cereal. That
They were,
wouldn't be fierce.
delicious.
Oh, and they
Remember?
tasted horrible.
Well,
I
that's
had
what
them at your
the
house.
commercial said they were delicious. The donuts, they're delicious. Right? Yeah. All right. Topic 3, the cereal universe. Thank you very much, Brady.
Nice. Thank you, Brady.
Welcome.
All right. That rounds out episode 33 of the Play It By Ear podcast. We thank all of you for joining us. Once again, on audio, you can find us on anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the iHeartRadio app, and most anywhere you find podcasts. On video, we have a YouTube channel. Search Play It By Ear podcast. Subscribe to our channel. We're currently broadcasting to YouTube on a live basis. So if you want to see our back catalog on YouTube, you have to go to the videos tab, and that's where you find those. Social media on Facebook, Play It By Ear podcast, search that. On Twitter, we are broadcasting there as well through the Periscope app at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and Instagram at Play It By Ear podcast with underscores under all those words. Interact with us by email, playitbyearpodcast2020@gmail.com. You can also leave a voice message by clicking the link at your podcast provider. Finally, if you'd like to support us financially to offset some of our costs, including our great software here, go to anchor.fm/Play By Ear podcast /support. So with that, we bid you a fair adieu. And again, we are broadcasting each Wednesday evening at 7. And Tanya says, love the trivia game. Thanks for the laughs. Thanks for being here, Tanya. You have
Thank you.
become a loyal
Tanya,
earbud.
you're
You have-
great.
Great. She's a great secretary, that's for sure. She's outstanding at that job. So thanks for being here, as well as everyone else who chimed in. Justin, Kyle, Josh. Had several comments there from Joe about carp and such. Thank all of you for being with
Sounds like a
us.
seafood restaurant, carp and such.
Carp and such, yes.
No mud vein.
So join us. We'll release this audio on Friday morning. We still have episode 32 out there on audio. If you want to listen to that, you can go to Anchor and find that, as well as any of the other providers that we mentioned. And we'll have episode 33 out. We'll record that on Wednesday of next week at 7. So join us then.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.